Sean, we've just lost tonight 6-2 at Connors Key. I'd like your thoughts on the match of this.
It's a bit of a difficult one, Paul, to be fair. I didn't really think it was a 6-2 game. However, the chances that Connors Key created, they were pretty clinical. In the first half, there's 2 penalties that have gone against us. I was a little bit disappointed with the first one. I always sort of look at reactions of players, really, and the type of decisions that were being given against both sides, I might add. I just thought that one was maybe a little bit soft. The second one, I sort of questioned, Mr. Jenkins at half time about his view of it. I might have been wrong. I might have been caught in the game like at that stage, and he might have had a good view of it. But I mean, I don't know. It's one of them. 3-1 down half time. It's always difficult to pick up your players, but I've got committed boys in there. I've got boys that will leave everything out there for me. And I said we need to try and play, if we can, just a couple of extra passes in the middle third. Get our wide players involved, which we did. We scored a great goal there with Kai Jones, and I actually felt we started the second half really well. Sort of first 20-25 minutes, they were jostling one or two things about. We sort of kept things the same. I thought we defended our box exceptionally well because they have massive threats all over the pitch, and it's a little bit of direct play, but it's very, very effective for them. You've got your likes of Michael Wilde, Andy Owens, Adam Bart and George Horan. They attack the ball aggressively, and you've got to stand up to that or else you get found out. And I thought we did that, but the last 3 goals for them were maybe disappointing from our point of view. We've addressed them at the end. I've maybe done most of the talking. There was no real arguments like from the boys, and it's important now we dust ourselves down. We've got the weekend to recover. There's going to be some sore bodies, and I said there would be Saturday morning, because we've been in a massive fight and a massive scrap there. But credit to Connors Key. They got the result. They scored 6 goals. We've scored 2 goals away here. Not many teams will do that this year. But yeah, full credit to them. They've got the 3 points, and I've said earlier, I wish them all the best next week in the Iron Brew Cup semi-final.
Right, it's not often we talk after a defeat, Sean, especially quite a heavy one. So how important is it now at how the players will react? What will you be looking for from the players now this week?
We'll be looking for a reaction, of course, first and foremost, Paul. There's experienced boys in there. There's a good balance of youth and experience. So, the experienced boys have got a part to play this week. Getting an arm around the young boys, but at the same time, the young lads have got years upon years, ahead of them, and it won't be the only time they might be on a, the 6-2 sort of like reverse. I hope it's not under my sort of like tenure, but it won't be the only time. They can learn from this. It's vital this week now. We'll watch the results filter in over the weekend, and we've got to react. Training won't change because we've been training at a really, really good intensity, and we've worked really hard. So the lads have got a couple of days recovery now. And we'll just make sure training's fun, which I hope it is most of the time. We'll get banter and that flying about, and more importantly, we'll just make sure that standards don't drop and we keep the standards high, and we'll train with a massive intensity, and we'll work really hard to put this result right away at Newtown next week.
And of course, just looking slightly ahead after the Newtown match, Antinez, we have a quick chance to get our own backs on Connors Key in the Welsh Cup. You must be looking forward to pitting it against Morrison again. Yeah,
definitely. Andy Morrison was very welcoming at the start, and we were just talking everything football. Craig Harrison and Jake Hatton are 2 guys that I respect massively, as well as Andy. And like I said, I wish them all the best because they are flying the Welsh flag next week. Also for the Welsh Premier League as well in the Iron Brew Cup competition, and I'll be rooting for them. Of course I will. So yeah, they're guys that that I respect massively. They're a little bit loud on the sideline, like, to be fair. It can be a little bit intimidating sometimes, but that's why we stand up. That's why we stand up to it. They like I said, they punished us in certain areas tonight. In a small period of time in the second half. Full credit to them first half as well. They suffered a little bit of a bombardment from us, but we maybe could have played the conditions a little bit better in the first half because the wind was extremely strong. Balls in behind. We maybe should have put a little bit more height on it and just let the wind do the damage. Second half I felt Connors Key did that well. We played some fantastic stuff second half. The pitch cut up a little bit. It was difficult, but credit to both sides. We cracked on with it. And yeah, like I said, for a large period of the second half, I thought we looked a threat, but I think once it got the fourth, certainly the fifth, maybe in quick succession, it was sort of damage limitation for us, like, unfortunately, and we just fell short. But the lads' effort, you know, commitment, desire, and simply poor work rate was second to none. Our season won't be defined tonight, absolutely not. And like you said earlier, Paul, it's important that we get a reaction this week, which I'm sure we will, because that's the calibre of boys that I've got.
Ac yn olaf, bod tro, curo neu cochi dy Sion, da ni'n gofyn yn cwestiwn. Marcio allan o 10 am y perfformiad hynno?
Perfformiad am y waith, 10 allan o 10. Dwi'n meddwl bod bob un o becyn yn gweithio'n galad yn yr 90 munud. And yeah, you know, I've got to give credit to the fans as well, because even though I'm so far away, like on the other side, the noise that they generate is just simply different class. And do I apologise to the supporters? Yeah, maybe, because I'm at the front of it, you know, I'm at the brunt. But you know what I won't apologise for is the lads' effort and desire, because when you pull on the yellow and green, it's a minimum requirement. And you know, I've got that sort of piece of info from speaking to supporters. It'll be interesting to read the comments tonight, and I hope, you know, I hope too many things aren't directed, you know, at the referee. You know, they've got a difficult job week in and week out. Some of the decisions were debatable, but it's very, very difficult in there. So yeah, thank you very much to the supporters that made the journey. You know, you can rest assured that the boys will work hard this week, and again, you can rest assured that we'll get a reaction next week down at Newtown.
Gret, diolch yn fawr i chdi, Sion.
Dim problem, diolch Paul. Thank you, no problem.